Imagine walking into a showroom where a woman is standing perfectly still. At first glance, you'd swear she's alive. Her skin has that natural glow, her hair sways slightly with the movement of air, and when her eyes blink, it feels like she's studying you. But here's the twist. She's not human at all. She's a humanoid robot. And there's one particular robot we'll talk about today that you can literally buy off the shelf, take home, and, dare I say, she might even be better than a wife in certain ways. To find out which one it is, make sure you watch this video all the way till the end. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating, slightly controversial, and definitely jaw-dropping world of female humanoid robots. These are the machines designed to look, move, and even think like human women. Some can walk, some can cook, some can sing, and yes, some can even keep you company in the most intimate sense. But which one is truly the most realistic female humanoid robot ever? That's what we're here to explore.
I was born in September 2014. My standing height is 5 feet and 5 inches.
Aiko. Let's start with one of the early pioneers in this space. Aiko was created by Unitree, a Canadian inventor, and she made headlines for being one of the first humanoid robots designed not just for research, but for companionship. Physically, Aiko has delicate Japanese features, smooth silicone skin, and a face that was crafted to resemble a young woman. On the technical side, Aiko can recognize faces, understand spoken commands, and even respond with basic conversational abilities. She has built-in sensors that allow her to react to touch, whether you're shaking her hand or tapping her shoulder. But here's the part that turned heads. Aiko was designed with companionship in mind. She can sit beside you, talk about your day, and in some cases, even discourage inappropriate behavior. That gave her this fascinating balance between a partner and a guardian. Was she perfect? Number. Her movements were stiff and her voice wasn't the most natural. But for her time, Aiko was a glimpse into what the future of robot partners could look like. Next, we move to Android I, another fascinating creation from Japan. Android I is less about intimacy and more about performance. She was designed to act, sing, and interact in stage environments. Her facial features are incredibly realistic. When she smiles, it's not the creepy, uncanny grin you see in older robots. It's soft, almost believable. What's really impressive is her body mechanics. Android, I can gesture with her hands, tilt her head in a human-like way, and her lips sync smoothly with her voice. While Android I isn't built for companionship in the bedroom, she shows us just how far robotics has come in creating believability. Watching her perform on stage feels like watching a real actress, and that alone is a breakthrough. Walker S2. Now let's shift gears from stage performance to practical home service. Meet Walker S2, a humanoid robot by UBTECH. Walker S2 isn't designed to look like a woman in the traditional sense. His design is slightly more futuristic and mechanical, but he's still considered in the humanoid category because he stands upright, walks on 2 legs, and uses arms like a human. His biggest strength? Household chores. Walker S2 can carry trays, pour drinks, open doors, and even handle fragile objects without breaking them. Imagine having a futuristic maid who never complains, never gets tired, and is always available. This is where robots start showing an advantage over traditional partners. While a wife might get tired after a long day, Walker S2 keeps going, making him a potential household game changer. Andromeda. let's talk beauty and brains with Andromeda, one of the newer, more realistic female humanoid robots. Andromeda is designed with an ultra-realistic silicone face, expressive eyes, and a body that moves with smooth mechanics. She was created to push the boundaries of intimacy and companionship. From a technical standpoint, Andromeda uses advanced AI for conversation, meaning she can learn your preferences, remember past interactions, and even adapt her personality to suit your mood. This is where the intimacy aspect gets interesting. Imagine coming home after a stressful day. Andromeda doesn't just greet you, she remembers that yesterday you said you were anxious about work. She'll ask how it went. That emotional memory makes her feel, well, real. Physically, she's customizable. Owners can choose different hairstyles, makeup styles, and even different body features. In other words, Andromeda can look like your dream partner. Chen. Now, let's bring in Chen, a Chinese humanoid robot who's become famous for her soft-spoken elegance. Chen is designed less like a flashy performer and more like a caring companion. Her facial structure mirrors traditional Chinese beauty standards, with smooth skin and subtle expressions. What makes Chen stand out is her voice interaction. Her tone is warm, soothing, and much less robotic compared to many of her counterparts. People who've interacted with Chen often describe it as talking to a very shy, gentle woman. On the intimacy side, Chen is marketed as a partner robot. She can engage in long conversations, provide emotional support, and be by your side in ways that traditional AI assistants, like Alexa or Siri, never could. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the most realistic humanoid robots, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Trust me, what's coming up next gets even crazier. You don't want to miss it. Comparing robots versus real humans. So, after looking at the first 5, Aiko, Android I, Walker S2, Andromeda, and Chen, we need to pause and ask the big question. How do humanoid robots stack up against real women? Well, here's the thing. A real woman brings love, care, unpredictability, and a spark that no machine can fully replicate. Human relationships are full of surprises, both good and bad. But robots? They're consistent. They don't argue, they don't leave dirty dishes in the sink, and they don't reject you when you're in the mood. In terms of household chores, Walker S2 already shows us that robots can outperform humans. She won't get tired carrying trays or opening doors. In intimacy, robots like Andromeda and Chen offer an escape from loneliness and can even help some men control their lust in a safer, healthier way. Unitree. When most people think of Unitree, they imagine robotic dogs running, jumping, and performing tricks. But Unitree has also stepped into the humanoid arena, developing robots that mimic human-like walking, balance, and gestures. The company's humanoid designs are still evolving, but what makes them special is their agility. Unlike older robots that shuffle around, Unitree's humanoids can run, bend, and even recover from falls. Now, while they aren't marketed directly as female companions, the customization potential is massive. Picture the same powerful mobility system paired with a realistic female shell. Suddenly, you have a robot that not only looks like a woman, but moves with natural grace. That's the missing puzzle piece many companies are chasing. From an intimacy standpoint, Unitree's humanoids aren't there yet, but give them a realistic skin layer, a face like Andromeda's, and suddenly, they might just leapfrog everyone else. Android Anne. Next, let's meet Android Anne, a fascinating humanoid robot created with personal interaction as her main goal. Android Anne is designed to look like a young woman with strikingly human-like features. Her skin texture is highly realistic, and her eyes are programmed to follow your gaze, making conversations feel incredibly lifelike. Her specialty? Adaptive conversation. Unlike earlier robots that give canned responses, Android Anne uses advanced natural language processing. She learns from repeated interactions and can even adjust her tone depending on your mood. On the intimacy side, this means Android Anne can serve as both an emotional partner and a physical companion. Her customization options extend to hair color, clothing, and personality settings, which makes her highly appealing to people looking for a tailored partner experience. It's not hard to see why many people consider her one of the frontrunners in this market.
I'm Mark 1. Today very happy to talk to you.
Mark 1. Let's rewind to Mark 1, a project out of Hong Kong that took the internet by storm. Mark 1 was built to look like a famous actress, which immediately caught attention. Her creator used 3D printing and silicone molding to give her a face that looked eerily similar to the Hollywood star. Technically, Mark 1 is equipped with realistic facial expressions, eye movement, and limited conversation skills. She can smile, nod, and react when you speak to her. But what really stands out is her customization story. The creator didn't just build a robot, he built a vision of his dream woman. That speaks volumes about where this technology is headed. Not just creating generic robots, but robots tailored to individual fantasies. In terms of intimacy, Mark 1 wasn't designed to be a partner robot. Still, her existence opened the door to conversations about ethics, celebrity look-alike robots, and how far people are willing to go to create their ideal companion. Junko Chihira. If you've ever been to Tokyo, you might have come across Junko Chihira. Junko isn't a robot you'd find in someone's home. She's stationed at shopping malls and tourist centers. Built by Toshiba, Junko is designed to help visitors with directions, answer questions, and even perform in cultural events. Her strength lies in multilingual interaction. She can communicate in Japanese, English, and even sign language, making her a truly versatile humanoid. Physically, Junko is extremely realistic, with natural facial features and subtle movements. She doesn't look plastic, she looks alive. Now, intimacy isn't Junko's purpose, but think about this. If robots like her, already so realistic, are used in public, how long before similar models make their way into private lives? Vinnie. Now here's a name you might not have heard much about. Vinnie. Vinnie is a lesser-known humanoid robot, but she's one of the most customizable ones out there. Owners can select her hairstyle, clothing, and even personality presets. Vinnie is targeted more toward companionship and intimacy. She's designed with soft, realistic skin, a friendly personality, and basic conversational eiashi. What sets Vinnie apart is her affordability. While robots like Andromeda or Chen can cost tens of thousands, Vinnie is marketed toward a wider audience. She may not have the advanced AI of Android Anne, but she's approachable, like the entry-level girlfriend robot. Think of Vinnie as the stepping stone for people curious about humanoid companionship, but not ready to invest in the higher-end models. Optimus. When you hear Optimus, you might think of a Transformers. But in this case, we're talking about Tesla's humanoid robot. Tesla unveiled Optimus as a general-purpose humanoid worker. At first, he was all about functionality, walking, carrying objects, and doing repetitive tasks. But the potential here is massive. Imagine combining Tesla's cutting-edge robotics with realistic female design. With Elon Musk himself hinting at Optimus one day being available for households, The future could hold a Tesla wife robot that can clean your home, assist with tasks, and maybe even provide companionship. Optimus isn't marketed as a female humanoid yet, but given Tesla's resources and innovation speed, it's not a stretch to imagine a future where Optimus has a softer, feminine side. So, what do you think? Could a humanoid robot like Andromeda or Apollo actually be better than a wife? Or is nothing ever going to replace the love of a real human partner? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through the world of female humanoid robots, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because the future we're talking about is already here. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.